As we're getting to the end of our year, you have learned so many things during math time in third grade. We've ended the last chapter that we'll be working on during virtual learning. So for the rest of the school year, we will be reviewing what we've already learned before we were virtual learning. These are things that you learned while we were still in school. So moving forward, you will not be learning anything new. You will not be watching video lessons. You will just be reviewing things that you already know about. Each slide in this presentation has a review activity and a review website to practice on. When you're finished with all of it, you'll have a presentation of what you know from third grade. For the rest of the school year, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, besides the fun day, you will complete one slide per day. I'll be checking each day to make sure that your one slide is fully complete and correct. It is your choice which one you do, but by the end of the school year, all of them will be finished. You will be working in this document until the end of the school year. Each day when you open it back up, your work will be saved and you'll be ready to move on to another slide of your choice. When you turn in the assignment on Google Classroom, it tells Google and your Google Slides presentation that you're done with it. This means I will have to return it to you. Once I return it to you, you then again have access to the presentation in your Google Drive, and you can again go in and pick another slide to do. This might be tricky, but we'll work it out within the first few days. You'll be working in this document, and at the end of it all, you'll have so many great math skills to show that you learned in third grade. In this video, I'm going to show you all of the choices that you have in the slides that you're going to be able to choose from. I'm also going to show you some of the things that you might have questions on when you look at the slides. On every slide, you'll see that there's a title that tells you a little bit about the activity. There's a set of directions with some links, and there's a space for your answers. In the directions, you might have a link at the top for something that you need for the activity. Also in the directions, at the bottom, is another link for some type of online game to practice this skill. For example, this is called multiplication dice roll. If you have real dice at home, you can use them. But if not, I linked online dice for you. The first step would be to read all of the directions. It says to click on the link to roll the dice 2 times. Use the numbers you rolled as your factors, such as 4 times 6. Multiply the numbers together to get your product, such as 4 times 6 equals 24. Do this 5 times. Record your answers in the box. Practice your multiplication facts with the game for 10 minutes. A few things to note here. You need to do whatever it is telling you to do for the amount of times underlined. For this activity, you need to be doing this 5 times. So there should be 5 multiplication sentences in your answers box. If you turn in this slide with only 3 problems, then your work is not complete for the day. Another thing to note, you do not need to go on the website to practice until the assignment is done. You should be practicing for 10 minutes since there is nothing else for you to do today and your assignment is taking less time. But there is not going to be anything to prove that you did this. So let's try this. It says first to click on the link. I'm going to click it and it's going to take me to another tab. If you remember in the directions, it says to roll the dice 2 times. My first roll, I get a 3. My second roll, I get a 2. If I look back in the directions, it says to use those numbers as my factors. In my answer box, I'm going to click into the text box to type 3 times 6 equals 18. I know I'm not done because the directions say that I need to do this 5 times. Let's look at some of the other activities that you can choose from. On this slide, you're doing an addition card flip. Again, there's a link that will open up to a deck of cards with 3-digit numbers on them. You're going to use 2 3-digit number cards as addends to find a sum. You're going to do this 3 times and write your addition sentences in the box. Then there's a game to practice addition. Another slide is subtraction spin. In this link, you're going to see a spin wheel for 3-digit numbers. You're going to click to spin to get 2 3-digit numbers to subtract from each other. Similar to the last slide, you're going to record 3 subtraction sentences with their answers in your answers box. After you do your 3 subtraction sentences, you can click the link for the game to practice subtraction. Moving on, you have a graphing slide. This slide is a little bit different because you're using the graph in the directions box to answer the questions. Then you can use the link to practice your graph skills with the game. Another slide is called Pick and Round. When you open this link, you're going to see a bunch of little boxes. You're going to click on one to open up a box with a number inside. You're going to round the number to the nearest 100 and record your answer 5 times in the answer box. After, you can click the link for the game to practice rounding numbers. Another slide that you might choose is division tiles. When you click this link, you will see a lot of tiles on the screen with division facts. You're going to pick a division tile to solve, write the fact, and the answer in the answer box. You can use the words divided by or the symbol shown to write your division fact. You must do this 5 times for this slide to be complete. Then you can practice your division facts with the game for 10 minutes. And finally, your last slide choice is another graphing. Again, you're going to use the graph in the directions box to answer the questions in the answer box. Then you can practice your graph skills with the game for 10 minutes. Again, you are only choosing 1 slide per day. Your answers must be complete and correct for you to get credit. There will be no video lesson, but there will be a problem of the day. This is all you will be doing until the end of the school year, besides the day for fun day. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you will pick 1 slide to complete. You will turn in the assignment, and it will be returned to you so that you have access to the Google Slides presentation again. As always, let me know if you have any questions.